Gamers, the gaming industry is at an all-time high with a lot of buzz this week. We'll be talking about all the great news this week, and we'll be also talking about a lot of disasters that happened this week as well. But to get things started off, we will look at the epic loot of the week. This is Darspriggan coming to you by way of Darspriggan Media. All right, the first game we want to talk about is Tales of Arise. Tales of Arise you can get right now on Fanatical at a really, really good price. It's 78% off, coming in at $8.79. Go pick that up right now. That's a very good series. It's a really good JRPG. Stylistically, it looks really good. It runs well, so it's a good entry into the Tales series if you never played the game before. We also have Subnautica. Now, this game is incredible. It is getting overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam right now. A lot of people like it. If you into the survival genre, this is actually not deep space, but like deep sea traversal and everything that you can do. So pick that game up if you're interested in a survival game, but you never really did it in the ocean. So pick that up. It is right now at the Microsoft Store for $7.49, 75% off. And the last game I have for you is a game called Atomic Heart. I've asked people on my X account, what are some of the underrated game of the year candidates out there, and this game has come up like 4 or 5 times from people that responded. And Atomic Heart, I looked into it, man. It's a first-person game. It looks really good. It has that Fallout type of feel. This might be the type of game you might be looking for, waiting for Outer Worlds 2 to come out, waiting for Fallout series to be coming out season 2. So if you want that type of gameplay, look at this game. It is 65% off, $20.99 at Fanatical. You only have about 20 hours left to pick this up. It was cheaper than this 2 days ago. Don't let it go up anymore. Grab this game at your earliest convenience. This is the epic loot for the week. I'm glad to bring you guys and gals all of these amazing games. And also, don't forget, I haven't seen none of you guys go over to my TikTok account yet and go into the TikTok shop. But we do still have that wireless microphone that you can be doing live streams with. You could be doing, a lot of things in real life live streams. A lot of different things you could do with this mic. It's for a really good price. It's a good product. Pick it up and try it out. Now, let's get into the release radar. This is the time of the year where all the great games come out. This is the start of it. This week coming up, the last week of August. And let's talk about these amazing games. Starting out, Gears of War Reloaded. First time ever on a PlayStation system. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's great to get this game out to all the fans in the gaming genre. I don't know how I feel if Halo goes on that system, but that's just being the gamer in me. Just like to see the games on their respective systems. But hey, I'm happy everybody can get into Gears. That's cross-play, cross-platform, multiplayer. I will be doing a 24-hour stream this Tuesday with Big Force Gaming 212. We'll be going through the campaign a couple of times, mainly like on normal, then we'll do the hardest one, and then we'll be ending up the stream at some point with multiplayer. So I'm looking forward to that. But pick up Gears of War Reloaded. The game is incredible. It is one of the games that defined the time that I've played with the Microsoft platform. Very, very good game. Then, surprise, Helldivers 2 is coming out for the Microsoft system as well. It has a crossover with Halo ODST. So if you never, experienced the ODST like moments and stuff, they have guns they put in, the assault rifle, pistols, all this jazz into Helldivers 2 to do the promotion with it coming out finally for the Xbox platform. And this game is incredible. If you've never played it, this at the time when I thought it was the best game that's created that entire year. So I thought it was incredible. Pick up Helldivers 2. You won't be disappointed. You find a lot of different factions in that game. I think you guys will really like that one. Now we also have Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. If you're into that cozy game, life sim, then you'll like this game. So this game is coming out this week on all the platforms: PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, all the platforms. So if you're into that type of game, if you're a cozy streamer or player, you do have a game coming out this week that is highly regarded as one of the best in this genre. So pick that up as well. Now, you also got Kirby coming out this week. I am picking that up myself. I will be buying that. I'll be playing that on my Thursday live stream this week. It is the Star Crossroads expansion added in with the Forgotten Lands Kirby game. I will be getting that. So tune into my live stream this week. I'm very excited to be playing with the pink fella. And we'll be going through the game. I haven't really experienced Kirby before in this form, and I'm excited to be playing this game. Coming off of Donkey Kong, I'm very excited to see another platformer coming out that we can sit down and play and have fun with. Now, also we got Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater coming out this week as well. Come on, Konami, $69.99? I don't know, man. I added the game to my wish list. I know it was remastered, you know, with some quality of life enhancements, visuals and all that stuff, but man, I can't stomach that price, man. That's just too much, man. Maybe $59.99 I would have, you know, looked at it, but you going into the extra $10 range for a game that we've already played. Not granted, it's a great game. A lot of people love it, and if I'm a big fan of the game, of any game, and if it was remastered and brought out, you know, probably cost won't matter to me, but I don't know, because I didn't really, you know, play the game that much on PlayStation when I purchased it. I don't know, $69.99 I think is a little bit too much, but hey, it's Metal Gear, it's David Hayter. It's the one of the greatest series that's ever made out there. So if you really want to get back into that, or you missed it, that series at that point, you got the game being remastered this week. You come out and play that. Now, the next game we want to talk about is Super Robot Wars Y. So if you're into RPG, visual novel, simulation type of games, the game is just coming out at the wrong time for me. With all the games coming out, I really want to deep dive into this series. I know there's a lot of fans out there that like this type of gameplay. I love the super deformed Gundam look. I love robots. I love mechs. So this game was really made for me. But again, it's coming out with all these other titles. There's only so many hours in a day, so I will be playing this for you guys at some point. Add it to my wish list, so when it goes down in price, I want the Ultimate Edition, which is $120. Has all the DLC added to it and all the future content coming out for it. So I will definitely be picking this up at some point. But if it's coming out this week, if that's the type of game you're looking for, you have a game coming out this week. We also have Sega bringing out one of their famous and tried and true series, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So this looks really good. It has the nice side scroller like action with it, you know, the difficulty and everything that usually comes with a Shinobi game. Pick this game up, guys, if you want to support the return of dominance of Sega, which is what the new director of the company is saying. He wants to bring back the feeling of the old days of the 90s and late 80s. So let's start it right now with this, and then you got the Sonic Racing game coming out real soon. So let's see if they have some nice hits on their hands. But I have a feeling this game is going to do us very well. So, and there's also some DLC in here with Sonic as well that you want to pick up the deluxe edition. So pick that up for a 10% discount. And rounding out this week of releases, you have Lost Soul Aside. I looked at this. This looks like if you're into Devil May Cry, this is the game for you. So go ahead, check it out, look at the trailers, buy the game as well. And let me know what you think about it, because this is one of the games that I'm not picking up. I might, add it to my wish list and get it later on at a cheaper price, but you just never know. So this game, it has a lot of high octane Devil May Cry, Bayonetta gameplay. If you really are, starving for a game with that type of gameplay, this is one for you guys. So you can get it on PlayStation and PC, coming next week. All right. I'm excited to talk about the quest log for next week. We got a lot going on. This past week was exhausting. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys during Gamescom, and the after effects of that, has been tremendous. Got to meet some new people, got some more exposure on the channel, which was all good things. But let's get back to gaming. I did some gaming last week, but this coming week, there's a lot going on. So as I said earlier, I didn't say this. I did say this earlier to some of you guys. I got in my flight sticks for Elite Dangerous, and I will be live streaming that later on today. We're gonna unbox my VKBs. We're gonna pull up the videos on how to actually put them together. We're gonna have a fantastic time with this. We're gonna load up Elite Dangerous. We're gonna map our controls. I'm gonna need you guys support and all that. So if you wanna see this is an exciting, time for me, being able to use flight sticks for the first time. And it's gonna take a little while for me to get used to them, but hey, you know what? This time is coming, man. The commander is here. So we'll be doing that today. In a little while after the podcast, we'll be doing that live stream Elite Dangerous. That's one of my favorite series right now. And then on Monday, love that you guys be showing up and showing out on Metroid Mondays. We'll be jumping right back into Metroid Prime. I think we got about 3 more artifacts to find, and then we'll be taking on the last boss. So I'm looking forward to finding the artifacts, and maybe we can get to the boss this live stream. So we'll be doing that. I won't be live streaming the game later to the night. I won't be doing Metroid Mondays after probably like 11. I won't be doing the multiplayer Monday stream that I usually do with Big Force 212, my boy Lore, because there's a reason why. We got to get ready for the Gears of War 24-hour stream. I am so excited about this. I cannot wait to get back into this game and show you guys the glory of the golden time of the years and moments in Xbox history. Marcus and the crew will be taking them along in the campaign, and then we'll be doing some multiplayer action, high octane action. 24 hours of Gears, guys. Come support your boy, man. I'm doing everything I can during this journey in the content creator space. So come support the stream, do everything that you can. But we're excited. We're excited to be doing this for you guys. And then after that, the next following day, after I rest up a little bit, I'm not going to be in the beginning of the Alpha 3 phase of Ashes of Creation, but I will be in the following day. So we'll be getting in. Hopefully the servers can handle the load that's going to happen with the excitement of Alpha 3. All the play test RAM improvements will be added to the game. I'm so excited about this. And the other great thing about it, going forward, I think in phase 3, the servers will be up 24/7, if I read that correctly. So every night when I get back, you probably want to know where I'm going. When I get back, every night we'll be playing some Ashes of Creation, building a community over there. Come check out this MMORPG journey with me. This is the game, one of the games that I targeted to grow this channel and to grow my career in the content creator space. So let's get going. Let's get this Ashes of Creation MMORPG off the ground. I am so excited about phase 3. And then, like I said a little bit early in the pod, we'll be playing Kirby. New entry and coming out this week for the Nintendo Switch 2 upgraded version of the game. And we'll be jumping in on Thursday playing that. We'll play that for the majority of the day, but I have to get off early again, guys, once we get done with Kirby. Because the following day, I'll be taking a 4-hour drive down to Seattle. We'll be at PAX West 2025. This will be the first showing of Darkspringer Media out there in the convention space. We got all the equipment ready. We're gonna be doing everything we can. I'm gonna try to bring you as much coverage as I can. I'm not sure how the live streams will be going because I'm not sure how the signals will work, but at best, we'll be doing some recording of the things that I'll be doing. But one thing that I do want to do every single morning before I go back out to PAX, I want to do a recap of what I did that day in a live stream. I would announce the times. I have to, download the schedule of PAX to see when the best times to do this. So I'm going to get that out to you guys. So join those live streams. I will be recapping the day. You could be asking me questions on any videos that I uploaded or anything you read on the internet, anything like that. But the big exciting thing about this, I told some of you this, I have secured 2 Nintendo moments of gameplay that I will be doing live stream, hopefully, or recorded of some games that are coming out here real soon. So I told you guys about it. Pokemon Z and A. I will be doing a gameplay of that, and I'll also be doing gameplay or live stream as well of Kirby Air Rider. So I'm excited about that, and all the other games that's going to be there. So this is an exciting time for me. It's an exciting time for us. Let's do this, guys. This is why we did this. This is why I left my job. This is why I'm taking a chance, and this is why I am banking on myself and banking on you guys to support me. Let's make this happen. So that is my quest log for the week, and this is exciting. Very, very excited about that. And if you want to know how to follow me on your first time with the podcast, here are all my socials here. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitch. I am on, Kick. I'm on YouTube, obviously. I'm on all these different platforms and Facebook. Finally, I'm on Facebook doing my thing. So let's show support to all these channels. Let's get follows on all these channels. Let's get likes on all these channels and shares and all that good stuff. If one of you guys are out there that have a really big, Facebook following, share my streams, share my videos, my updates. I'm starting to update daily, gaming news on Facebook. I got my X account rolling. We got all these things rolling, guys. Let's go, let's get it. And 24-hour streams coming up. So I'm excited about all this. So now, let's get into the reason why podcasts are being made. Gaming news. And here's the patch notes for this week for you guys. So the first thing we want to talk about is Call of Duty. Now, in all the Call of Duties ever made, they've had difficulty settings, but for this Call of Duty, they took the difficulty settings out. There's only one difficulty setting. So it ramps up based on how you playing the game. If you playing single player, there's a difficulty. If you playing 4 people, which I plan on doing 4-player co-op, and if you want to get in on that, let your boy know. We're going to be doing 4-player co-op in the game. And the difficulty ramps up based on that. And that's the reason why Call of Duty did it, because I guess it's probably, I'm not an engineer or a developer, but it's probably some type of way where that wouldn't work with having the veteran difficulty with 4 players. I don't know how that works. Again, not a developer, but that's the way they decided to take it. So I think this is really good news. I think this is fantastic to have a good single player experience. If you want to play the game single player like you always normally do, which I probably will go through it as single player at one point, but man, it's all about the co-op, man. It's looking for party podcast. I want to play with you guys. So I got information on all the news we got up on the screen. So take your time and take a look at all the stuff that I have up here. Got a little extra snippets for you. The next thing we want to talk about, oh my God. If you guys watched my live streams in the past, you know how much of a Division 2 fan and fanboy I am. I've been playing this series since Division 1. Love the atmosphere, love the lore, love the characters, love everything about it. If I had my choice as a content creator, one of the games that I would, showcase besides Ashes of Creation, it would be Division 2. But the game has been up and down. They never stay consistent with it. But you know what? They are doing something for us that we've been asking for a long time. 2 of the best modes in Division ever created was Underground and Survival. And they brought back the original developer that created Survival and that created Division 1. He's back. He came up on stage and he announced Survival. Now it's early in stages in development, and he's bringing it to us. This is something we've been asking for. Most series, when they have great content, they roll it over to the next game, part 2, part 3, part 4, because they know that's what the fans want. I never understood the fight with this. This never made sense to me with Division. I'm very passionate about Division. If you got something that's right, duplicate it. Why, hold it, hold it from the community. If you got great content, keep making it and improving it. So I did sign up for the Elite Task Force. Hopefully I get picked for that. And then I can help improve the game as well with my feedback. And also they got the Resurgence mobile game coming out as well. I'm a big fan of mobile games. I like them. I never live streamed them before. I do plan on doing some live streams on mobile. I got the Streamlabs app in my phone. I downloaded recently, and it didn't work well before, but they said they made improvements to it with the audio and ease of stream. So I'm going to check that out. I probably will stream either 7 Deadly Sins, or I might do Solo Leveling, which is a great anime. They got a game of Solo Leveling that came out on mobile. So I'm waiting for the console version of that game to come out, but I'm going to be doing some of that. And then hopefully at some point in the next month or two, we'll be getting into some Division 2 Resurgence, playing that mobile game and having some fun. And also, I also signed up for Destiny as well. So Destiny got a mobile game. If you didn't know, download that as well. I think you can only like pre-register for it at the moment. So there we go. All right, so Division 2, we got Survival coming. We got Resurgence dates coming. We got all these great things coming in the world of Division. Very excited about this one. Next news we got to talk about is Pete Parsons, the CEO of Bungie, has left the company. I'm kind of torn about this because he was around from the beginning, and this is one of the series that I love and adore. But I can't ignore that he was in charge when they started doing the things that the reason why I stopped playing Destiny. They started sunsetting, weapons. If you don't know what that means they took guns that you earned in the game, and they basically took them out of the game and sunset. They just took them out to where you couldn't even use them anymore. I thought that was a big L. If I worked hard for guns and grinded for them, and I paid for the content of the game, why are you taking it away? So I thought that was horrible. If the game became too bloated, which most people believe that, then make Destiny 3. I didn't like that, this design decision. I thought it was bad. And to get more personal, when they nerf Izanagi's Burden, if you're a fan of Destiny 2 and you know when that happened, that's when I quit the game. Now, I no-life this game. This was the only game that I was playing at the time. This is how good this game was. It did everything I needed. It had RPG elements. It had, first-person shooter, fast, action that I like. It had PvP, trials. It had the I forgot the name of the event that they always, the Iron Banner. They had the Iron Banner going on all the time. The game had everything in it that I wanted. It had content, updates, story, PvE, PvP, PvE. It had it all. And he was around when those decisions were made. So I hate to see people, I don't say he lost jobs, but maybe he might show up somewhere else. And people are questioning the direction of Marathon, their new shooter. Some people are comparing it to some of the games that's failed, recently, that Sweet Baby Inc. company have made. So hopefully the game doesn't have the same fate. We have a new person that took over the direction of the company, which is a good thing. Somewhat might not be good because he was around when all these things were happening in the game. So maybe I might have a different perspective. And I know how that feels because I've been in management for a long time, and people that I worked under, I would go a different direction than the way they're managing, even though I'm working under them. So this could be a good thing. So hopefully a new fresh ideas will take the series forward. So let's all hope for good things that's coming to the Destiny franchise. So this might not be a bad thing after all. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is Escape from Tarkov. Now, you guys already know I don't play, extraction shooters. I only play when I play with my boys, when they come out and they force me to play with them. But I will say this game is going into 1.0 release, okay, on November 11th. I will at least play the game for one day. All right, so I'm not sure how long I will play it, but I have to experience this because if I don't play it on 1.0 release, I probably won't get around to doing it. So the hype will be real at that point. So you guys have been playing Tarkov for a long time. If you pretty much put it on the shelf for a while, you got a 1.0 release coming out November 11th. So stay tuned for that. You got some good things coming for you guys on that series. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is Monster Hunter's sales performance. Now, I love the new direction that the game was going. It is the greatest and best single player campaign in that type of genre or in the series itself ever created. I thought they did a fantastic job with that. But what I didn't see coming was the end game was just not there. There's no end game. There's never been a Monster Hunter game created that didn't have an end game. So big L to these guys for not seeing that. W's for that campaign. It was gripping. It was awesome. I was smiling the entire time. The best time I had in Monster Hunter. But once that was all over with and we got to the Monster Hunter part of the game, if you can kill a dragon 3 to 4 times and get all the loot that you need to be able to craft that weapon and armor, it's something is right. That's not Monster Hunter. So they did have in the report that they're gonna go back and fix the end game. They need to hurry up. The game had 10 million sales, like it popped. Fastest selling Monster Hunter game, probably Capcom game ever. But since then, the game has died because they did not keep the series tried and true to who brought you here. That statement is always being said, guys. Do what brought you here. Whatever you did to win, keep doing that. Double down on it. I guess they didn't have the foresight of this. I only come out for the little, events that they have. Kill the dragon 3 or 4 times and I'm done to the next update, which is like 2, months later. That's not Monster Hunter. Whatever you do, Capcom, stop development on anything else and fix the end game. You made the sales. The sales have stopped. Now you need to bring the fans back. The people that have supported you, like me since PlayStation 2. I want to know life that game and live in it, but I can't right now because of the way you designed it. But I can't ignore that amazing campaign you made. Do not stop that. Please, when you make them next Monster Hunter, the expectation from us is that you make Monster Hunter. And please bring back that the way you set up that campaign. I've sold probably about 10 copies of that game for people watching me during live streams, how much fun I was having with that. But that's your fault. Whatever brought you to the dance, you need to continue to do it. So that's all I gotta say about it. That's my take on that. The last thing we want to talk about today is Resident Evil Code Veronica X. It's most likely, it's a rumor, it's gonna be the next Resident Evil game that they're gonna make. It's gonna be a remake, a remaster. Now I played this game on Dreamcast, it was incredible. A remaster is more than wanted for me and a lot of other people. But the reason why this is news and the thing that's making us most excited is that it's gonna get AAA treatment. That a Code Veronica X is gonna be developed by the same team that did Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, which is my favorite Resident Evil of all time. That same team is doing a remake or remaster of this one. And that is fantastic news. So if you're looking for more Resident Evil content past Requiem, you got Code Veronica X coming up. And if you got a Dreamcast, be more than welcome to dust that system off and play it and have some fun. So that is all the fantastic news we have for the week. And that was a lot of news. Like I said, some great news, some disasters in there. But those are your passion notes for this week. All right, now you guys know this is my favorite part of the pod, is to talk about my past. And this week's retro perspective is none other than the game that has defined me in the 8-bit era, was The Adventures of Bayou Billy. A lot of you have no idea what I'm talking about. The game came out in like 1991. The game was incredible. Back in those days, most of the games that came out for the NES were like side scrollers. And, this one was so amazing because it was in a setting that we never seen before. This is like the bayou, alligators, south, wherever it was in the bayou. And you went through and you fought bosses, you fought, the normal little monsters, and you kept going. But this was the first game that I can remember that switched to other type of gameplay. It just wasn't a side scroller. It was kind of like on-rail shooter-ish type, where you was in a car and other moments like that, where it was like a duck hunt type, game. So this game has so many different ways to play it. I got all the information on the screens coming up here to let you know about it. But if there's one game that I regret never beating, is the Adventures of Bayou Billy. That the bosses at the end, I guess I'm at the end. I really don't know. It was a red and a yellow bosses at the end, where they walked around. They were very freaking hard. Right now, I have to look at their patterns. There are videos up also on YouTube of people playing this game within the last few years. Check those out if you want to check those out. But your boy Darth Spriggan will be playing it at some point when I get into my retro moments, whenever the Nintendo 3D releases, which they now push the date back to the fourth quarter. But when I start playing all these retro games, which is probably not a bad thing, with all these games coming out now, it would have been hard to fit that game into my gaming schedule. So there's a blessing with this. But anyway, back to Bayou Billy. Konami made this game. It was fantastic. I'm glad there was a wiki on it, so I was able to show you guys more information on it. But most of my friends remember how much time I put into this game. Hundreds of hours into Bayou Billy trying to beat this. And this is one of the games that, if I have a list of games that I never beaten that I want to go back and play, this is probably top of my list of games that I need to go back and show you guys and play and get that old muscle memory back. And let's get to the end of this game and beat those red and blue boss fight. And let's see the ending of this game. Never seen the end credits of this. This is high on my list. I would probably say number 2 is the original Ninja Gaiden, which was crazy. If you know what I'm talking about, it's the part where the bird come out when you're trying to jump across these cliffs, and this bird kept coming out, just kept knocking me off the edges and stuff. So this is one of the ones that's out there, and this is one of the games that if you were around at that time, this was a great game. So again, you will be seeing me play this on my live streams in the future when we start doing our retro moments, and Adventures of Bayou Billy is live and kicking. So I love doing this. I love talking about these games with you guys. These are the games that I played that define me. And how my Tom Nook looking today? I'm looking fresh, right? I know you guys like this. This has been sitting in my room for a while. I was gonna wear this on my first Animal Crossing live stream, but I brought it out today because Tom Nook said, you gotta rep my look and my gear. So I'm looking kind of fresh there. Anyway, all right. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me in episode 4 of the Looking for Party podcast. I'm excited to be doing this. I see you guys later on today for an amazing live stream coming up. I'm excited to finally be going to PAX West for the first time. Thank you, Chase, for all the information you sent me. He is the reason why I secured those spots at PAX West, because of Chase, man. I love you, bro, and congratulations on your performance that you had in the job that we worked at, and he got promoted recently. So congratulations to you, man. You deserve that. You deserve it. I wish we could have worked together, but you know what? Darth Spriggan Media is on his way. But anyway, I'll see you guys. Thank you for joining me for another week. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Darth Spriggan out.